Okay. Now we should be live. Yep.
All right, yeah, let me get the inbox me the link. Let me get stop this match up more.
Yeah.
All
right. Just a few seconds and then all right. Yeah, okay. Deemed it to you, so there you go. Now I just got to take down the old show. Oh. Yeah, like I said before I went live, yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on, my dude. I've seen the history you've had on YouTube. You certainly have had a big impact in terms of like the people that you've kind of kicked off into doing their own YouTube channels, from what I've seen. Because I was a casual viewer of yours early on.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Let me stop this match. Hold on, good brother. Give my attention. Everybody know. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I got you. 1 second, good brother. All right, hold on. Let me get the link too. Hold up.
All right, we'll be back. Don't worry. All right, next one we'll be back. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. He's just getting through his game of Call of Duty, so just give it like a couple minutes, and he'll be back. Oh no, he went to the wrong one. Did you click on the wrong one, or did you?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened to you because I thought you were just trying to finish off your game.
I was in my Discord. I'm on Twitter. Just I was telling the guys I'll be right back in.
All right. Yeah. So I don't know if you're done with your game yet, but
yeah. We good.
All right. But yeah, like I was saying, huge honors to have you on. I was actually a pretty big viewer of yours back in the early days when you were first doing your podcast stuff. So I know quite a bit of your history, but
okay. Appreciate you.
Yeah, but yeah. So typically, what I like to go into when it comes to the show is I like to go into people's gaming history first, and then I like to go into the content creation. Is that fine with you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So the first question I always like to ask my guests is typically where they first started off in gaming. So you probably have a deep history with the games you play.
So what? Okay, all right. Coming up. Hold on. Let me grab some tissue, good brother. My allergies are killing me. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh, what do I have? Yeah. Oh, just kicking my ass. All right, here we go. All right, now. All right, so me coming up, what got me, let me tweet this out. What got me into gaming, believe it, it's Nintendo. Me coming up, they had the Ataris, the ColecoVision, 2600, 5600, all that shit there. But it's I went to, at the time, my uncle's girlfriend's house. She used to watch me after school and shit. And her brother had the baby Johnny. Baby Johnny had the Nintendo. First time I seen anything like that, he was playing Excitebike and he had Urban Champion. This shit blew my mind. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like I never, was really into video games. Like the Atari stuff and all that stuff, like the Pong and all that shit was cool. But when I saw the Excitebike and the Mario and that shit blew my mind. That's what, I saw that Christmas, like, I gotta get the Nintendo, got the whole hookup, the Gyro Mike, the duck with the duck hunt with the gun, got the whole hookup.
So you kind of really got into it back, like for the SNES back when they kind of saved gaming a little bit then, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of fucking Atari games back then didn't look that great. I mean, for the
No, they
time
look like shit.
yeah. I mean, for the time they probably looked all right, but like,
No, for the time they look like dog shit. They shit ain't grab my attention. It was hard for me to make it in the direction, man. That shit was trash.
Huh. Well, don't get too much of that opinion from people I ask, but yeah, I mean, I'm not too fond of those graphics. I think they kind of age poorly when you go back to it, especially when you buy
but
like.
also too though, it was the controller. Sometimes the game wouldn't work. You mean you had to blow into the same thing with the NES though. But I guess what that was with the NES, they were 8 bits. I don't know what the Atari was or the 5600 and the 20 all that shit. Whatever bit they were, I don't know. It was trash. But when I saw on the color TV, he had a color TV back in the day though. That's when they Excitebike, so that the Mario, I was like, I had to have it, man. So that Christmas I got pro wrestling, I got the Mario, I believe it or not, I didn't get Excitebike Urban Champion, the games I wanted, but I got Mario wrestling, I got the Duck Hunt, the Dynamite, and I got something else. Yeah, I forgot, but yeah, that was it. I ain't looked back since then.
What was your favorite console, or what was your favorite game for that console? You can remember.
Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, Double Dragon.
Okay, you're gonna have to get some detail about that game because I don't know too much about that. What kind of game was it?
It's like what's that shit? Streets of Rage. It's like that. It's side scroller, like Final Fight. It's like one of the same games.
Okay, I see.
Side scroller, beat 'em up type shit.
Yeah, that was popular back then, wasn't it? Especially in the arcades.
Yeah, that was my favorite game.
All right. So, how long did you stick to Nintendo for? Did you stick with them when they went to the when Sega entered, or did you switch?
No, well, I didn't more or less because Nintendo back then was the that was the cool console. You know what I mean? Nintendo. You had the Sega Master System. You know what I mean? It wasn't. They did better when with the Genesis. You know what I mean? But if you had a Nintendo, that was all you needed back then, you know what I mean? But then I got then when the Sega Genesis came out, I was all about, the Genesis. They went from 8-bit to 16-bit. You know what I mean? I was all about the Genesis when it came out, you know what I mean? And I had like the TurboGrafx 16 and all that shit too, but like the Genesis, I was all about my Genesis, you know what I mean? Until the Super Nintendo came out. But even with them, like, I was kind of falling off with Nintendo a little bit because I remember you had Mortal Kombat, you know what I mean? You had the special name for the code with the blood and all that shit. Like, hey, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? I started looking at Nintendo a little sideways, you know what I mean? But Nintendo, back then, I think they had 6 buttons on the controller. They had the best controller for fighting games back then, you know what I mean? As far as like this, especially when the Street Fighter 2 came out, it was the Street Fighter 2. But yeah, like I said, I was all about my, the Genesis.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that because, like, especially with how popular Sega became, because they were practically seen as the more mature console. So I wouldn't have blamed too many people.
What's crazy? I just know about with the blood. They didn't have blood in it. I just because even if you look at, like you said, the kiddie games or the fun, the games that Nintendo made back then. I that's all they really was. Remember when Mortal Kombat came out? That was like, that was Mortal Kombat when it first came out. That was like how Grand Theft Auto 3 was. Like, the news, everybody had to be able to, you killing people in the game, and you know what I mean? Then everybody, had to have when it came to consoles. But I remember then it sounded better and it looked better visually because, the Super Nintendo was new hardware. You know what I mean? Sound a little better. Play there. You had the automatically, you had the button, the controller with the 6 buttons on it. You had to get the other version of the Genesis controller, what came out with the 6 buttons on it. But I just didn't have no blood for it. It's kind of like, what the hell's going on here? They had real life fatalities.
Were you big into Mortal Kombat back in the day, or?
Man, I don't like the new Mortal Kombat, but yeah, Mortal Kombat, old school Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. What else they had for Genesis? They had Eternal Champions. What else you have for Forest Fighters? Soul Calibur, Battle Royale, some shit. Like I like the fighters. I mean, old school with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it sounded like from how you like Street Fighters and Mortal Kombat, it sounded like you were pretty big into fighters then for those consoles.
Yeah, I mean that was I guess fighters now maybe you can be looked at as a little niche, but back then that's everyone that's what this is what we played. You know what I mean?
You're talking to a Street Fighters fan myself. I got into it because of Street Fighters 4. That's why I fell in love with the series. But even I can admit that now
Okay.
not even I can admit it, the fighting genre is kind of niche now compared to other genres.
Oh yeah, compared to, I mean, because gaming, I guess, has grown. Shooters, I guess, is the number one genre, but there
Yeah.
really were no shooters on consoles. I mean, I guess you would say GoldenEye,
Yeah.
maybe, but
And fighting. So I take it you're also big into the arcades then, because those are pretty big for fighters.
yes, yes, you go there, put your cord up next. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I got to show in the back. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, everybody. I mean, arcades. That's where you got the best version of the graphics. What happened was console game. Console. Why the arcade scene died over in the states? Because before you went, you want competition. You go to the arcade, but then came out, online. Everybody got online with their consoles or whatever.
I want
And
to
then
get into I want to get
uh,
into that a little later for like the
oh
3D
no problem.
graphics, but
Mhm.
going back though to the arcade stuff, because I know SNK had their own console back in the day. Did you get that too?
The Neo Geo, so I had the Neo Geo.
Yeah.
But the only thing was that was like having a Maserati in the hood, but all you could afford to fill it up was 87 octane or some shit. Like, not everybody had one. Like, so I was like, the games that I had for they trust me, and I was spoiled. I was spoiled as hell when I was a little younger. I had a color TV, but nobody else had one. You remember, the extra controller alone was like 200, like 250. Just the extra controller alone. That was a direct port from the arcade. You know what I mean? So, but even like their fight, I never really got into them like that. You know what I mean? Because I didn't really have no way to play with them. You know what I mean? So everybody plays Street Fighter, everybody played Tekken, everybody. You know what I mean? So I just know what stayed with them. I didn't really care if it was the fighters. They're fighters.
All right.
On the Neo Geo.
So going back to what you said earlier about like how you were spoiled, it sounded like you pretty much like were able to get a lot of the consoles even if they were expensive back then. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I got them all.
All right.
I got them all.
So out of all the older ones, which ones were your favorites though? Like to play, if you have to choose.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it. I don't really suffer from nostalgia. I don't really go back and play the old shit. My favorite consoles be the newest one I got. Whatever just came out, man, it's the best shit ever. You know, I'm making shit moving forward.
You don't,
know what I
so you
mean?
don't tend to look backwards then. You kind of look for whatever's new and great.
Nah,
then.
I'm not gonna lie. The reason I don't go back and play them older goddamn, they look so dated. I can't. I ain't going back playing this shit. You know what I mean?
All right. I can understand that. Yeah. I mean, there are those generation of people that don't really like the older games when they go back to it. I, for one, kind of love it. That's why I
tried that, bro. I tried that. I was gonna start doing some retro games. I got me another Xbox. That's OG, and I got the shit to stream it. Man, I put that shit up. I was gonna do what's that shit? Jade Empire. Man, it's like trash. I can't do this shit here. I can't. It's an eyesore, bro. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, I still love retro gaming, and that's part of the reason why I've kind of actually gone back to PS3 because I love those games. So, but that's just me. I know it's not for everybody, but to each their own. Because like gaming is kind of now like become like the thing where anybody can enjoy whatever they want. So, old school, new school, yeah. But I guess going away from like the 2D graphics, then I guess you were pretty hyped for when gaming went into the 3D era with the PS1 and N64 and all that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I didn't think about it as like 3D game and 2D game. I just looked at it as I would count from 8-bit to 16-bit, from 16-bit to 32-bit, from 32-bit to 64-bit. You know what I mean? So, I just knew that more bits, if you got more, it's more powerful, better graphics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, which console did you end up getting for that era then?
All of them. I've always been a multi console owner.
Damn,
I can have my preference, Like even when I was a diehard Xbox guy, and I had an Xbox, I've always had a PlayStation. You know what I mean? Only one I stopped getting, I believe it or not, is Nintendo. I don't really, Nintendo. Those characters, it's very, very old school to me. Don't talk. Online is very dated. Like I just like we come too far in gaming. You know what I mean? Not, and it doesn't really resonate. I don't really care for those type of games. But as far as like I'll always own whatever console's out. I'll always be a multi-console owner. You can have your preference, you're there. But if you're asking me what gaming, when I started to enjoy gaming even more, or I think going forward, I was the invention of online. Xbox Live when that, because I was a PlayStation guy that came out, and then
Well, that's
I was all
okay.
about online.
That was what I was gonna get into because I wanted to go lead this into the PS2 and Xbox One and GameCube because that's when online really got started. So then I guess since we're already here, then I could probably just ask this. So it was like the Xbox in that generation, probably like your main one for the online.
Yeah, I was a beta tester. Believe it or not, I was a beta tester for Xbox Live. Man. Real talk. My game would say I was a bit, real talk. It was the online, the party chat. I was like, man, my mind was blown. I can talk shit. I ain't gonna have to come to my house. That's what you say. You come to my house, play the game with me. What no more of that. You go to your house, you get online. I'm at my house, get online, and we rocking out. Talk shit, you know what I mean? Play the game, you know what I mean? It was like having a company all the time, like, you know what I mean? Online, you know what I mean? And playing somebody, so yeah.
So did it blow your mind when you could finally play against like other people, like that weren't even
when
in
I
your
first
same
started
area?
doing it? No, it was no, because I did with that a little bit with the Sega Saturday and whatever, the Dreamcast. But the fact that I was talking, they can hear me and I can hear them.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, that's what did it. You know what I mean?
Well, back then that kind of chat was pretty limited, wasn't it? Or was it kind of similar to how it was today?
Now? No. Yeah. You didn't have the party. There was no party chats. We had the shit in the dashboard. That was it was 100 niggas in the dashboard. That was the party chat. But inside games, bringing your party to games that came along with the 360. But just talking inside games or the lobbies, yeah. But then we would go to the dashboard and be there all day just popping shit.
Yeah, so I grew up in like 1998, so I was kind of like new, like I grew up with the PS2, right? But it was more towards near the end of the PS2, so I didn't like grow up with the online stuff like until the PS3 came out. So I don't really know about that that there was like chat like that. So that's pretty interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what games were you into online back then? I take it you were probably into the fighters, of course. And
you know what? Believe it or not, bro, they didn't when Xbox Live first came out and all that shit, bro. They didn't really have much fighters. Well, they had the Dead or Alive, Xbox kind of, but Tecmo, they had to do the Dead or Alive. So you know what I mean. But I would play, but I was playing on everything, just the Soldier of Fortune and CS:GO, Unreal Tournament. I mean, I don't really care for those games now, but I would just the old school Ghost Recon. I was playing it, whatever they had, better than Xbox Live logo on it. I got it just to talk shit. You know what I mean? And,
yeah.
No, but shit. You know what? No. Fuck. I'm sorry. My go-to game, believe it or not, on OG Xbox Online was Steel Battalion, and we had that. The online was Steel Battalion Online. That was my favorite game. Steel Battalion Online. I'm taking you back there. Steel Battalion. That big ass Duke controller with like 250 buttons. That was my online game.
Oh yeah, the Duke controller. That thing was pretty massive back then. Okay, so Robo Battalion Online. I haven't heard of that one, so you're gonna have to explain that game. What was that one about?
It was a big mech. It was like a big robot, big mech, and you had all the buttons on this fucking controller on it. And it was a big mech, a big old goddamn, you know what I mean? Like a big robot, and it was a war. The best east, west. You would just, get your mechs level up, and people out there, just fighting and big old robots. Yeah, stepping and missiles, and I was trash, but it was fun.
Yeah. Sounds pretty fun. I mean, it sounds like mindless, just like chaotic fun.
Yeah,
but I think that's all what a lot of games were back then. It was just like just dumb fun, and that's one thing I kind of like realized going back to some of those old games. But so I take it you were also got into Halo then, right? Because that was also a pretty big big game.
I wasn't a Halo guy, bro. First Halo. No, I was maybe an Xbox fan. Maybe an Xbox fan was Fable and Xbox Live. The first Halo wasn't even online. Halo or whatever, Combat Evolved wasn't even online. People used to do this little thing where they did the landline, so they had their own online stuff. But the Halo ain't become online for consoles. The Halo too. You know what I mean? And that was kind of big. I wasn't, bro. They used to make me, those first person shooters used to make me dizzy. It make me nauseous. I couldn't really get into them. I didn't really get into like the first person shooters like the 360. I mean, I use Invincible for that, but them shits just make me nauseous as hell, man. Give me motion sickness.
I feel you with all that motion blur, probably.
I don't know what it was. That shit was trash. I really, like I said, I really couldn't get into the shooters back then. And then, you know, I'm a bomb, talk shit, but no, you know what I mean.
All right. So, were there any racing games that were online back then, or were you not into those?
Before you had well, yeah, they did with the Need for Speed and stuff. They was, I mean, but as far as the Xbox, before there was what do you call it, a Forza, they just had Project Gotham. That was their online racer, and then, well, you know, they had a few games that came out. You know what I mean? You know, that was the card game, Midtown Madness and shit like that. You know.
All right. So I take it since you get all the consoles for each generation, then you probably got the PS2, then, right? Did you play any online games for that? Yeah. Like this?
No, I didn't. I mean, we had my man and him had the SOCOM. You know what it was? I didn't really care for Sony's online because it wasn't broadband, you know, cable mandatory. You know what I mean? Like people had dial up and get on. Like the experience from going from Xbox Live to what do you even call the PlayStation Network? I don't know what it was called back then. It was, you know, it was trash. You know what I mean? I played, like I said, you know, a couple of guys on the SOCOM online. It was just you know, it was, you know, voice chess wasn't mandatory in all the games. Like I said, it was kind of laggy, buggy. It kind of like a little better than what the Dreamcast had back then online. Like, you know, it wasn't as fluid. It was kind of choppy, laggy. I mean, but you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like that online wasn't like, if it wasn't like finished, was kind of more like a test kind of thing, because it wasn't, because it was because of that attachable add-on they could get for the PS2, right? That you can play.
Yeah, I had that. Believe it or not, I had that just with add-ons for my games too, because I used to play Fantasy Star online. I love Fantasy Star, but what it was back then, and that ever take you back, is that online gaming wasn't really popular in Japan. You know, that's, you know, that's really, so back then you realize games will come out over in Japan first, then they will come to the States. So like Japan was the mandatory, then it was the American or else. Now the gaming is not like that anymore. When a game comes out now, it release first here, if it's not released at the same time in Japan, you know what I mean? But you know, games came out, you know, on the East first and, you know, West. So online gaming for them, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was like in its infancy. I mean, so even though watch this, when the PS3 launched, they didn't have, they didn't have voice chat. No, it's really mandatory. All that shit came with on. The PSN network you got now, that's, you know, I mean, that's why I say competition is important. You know what I mean? You know, they just, so, you know, when you hear Xbox Live, well, how you say it was more streamlined, and they kind of made they shit like that.
Okay, so I guess since we're already talking about the PS3 online, then I guess we should just segment into the PS3 and 360 generations, because that was pretty much where online became popular then. So
yeah, you know, when it became mainstream for us console, yes.
Yeah. So how invested were you into the online then? What games were you?
Yeah, I didn't look back. I didn't look back. You know, it was whatever, you know, was out. I was on it. You know, fight night, football, basketball, whatever.
What were your top 5? What were like your top games to play back then online? Was it just like
on the 360? I would say my favorite shooter was Rainbow Six Vegas. I just love that goddamn game. That for fighters, I used Mortal Kombat or the fight nights.
Sorry to cut you off, but I've heard so many shooter friends talk about Rainbow Six Vegas. I haven't played it at all, but I hear it's good. Even to this day.
That, you know what I mean? We used to do this shit like I forgot the mode it was, where you kill the people in the villa or whatever. It was like, it was dope though.
All right, but yeah, you mentioned a fighter game that you played.
Fighters the same thing, whether it's Dead or Alive or Street Fighter or Fight Night. Like, you know, I just played the same thing online as far as the fighters. I mean,
all right. So would you say that was like kind of where you started like enjoying gaming a lot more with the online then? Like
it's been the same. I'm more or less, you know, the more they made it more streamlined now, but you know, I play online, but I don't be in the voice chat. Everybody be in Discord, like, you know what I mean? This is a progression, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't. Once it came out online, you know what I mean? You know, like, who wants to play a game by themselves? Like, I play, like me. When a game comes out, whatever, I go straight online. That's how I get better. I go straight online, and, you know what I mean, playing against real people. You know what I mean?
Of course. Okay. Sorry, doing some of the tags for this podcast real quick, but all right. So I guess with that, I guess that leads me to this. So this question I like to ask all my guests. So even if you can't like pick like any like top 5 of all time, I still want you to like I still want you to make a list like of your top 5 favorite games of all time.
Okay.
So
top 5 of your favorite games of all time. Top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5. Top 5. Oh, Mortal Kombat.
The first one?
Night. No. Okay. Favorite online.
Like not too casual, but a little bit casual, you know, because like Mortal Kombat's popular, and so is like sports games too. So, but not a bad list.
Yeah, yeah, but I was, because I'm not saying I'm dog shit at Madden, but I like to compete. I like to talk shit. So Madden. I don't even watch fucking football. Madden, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I love Battlefield Gears.
Okay. Actually, I have to ask: were you into the WWE games back then, or?
Yeah, for the PS2, yeah. I don't like wrestling, but yeah, I forgot what's the goddamn the one they have for the PS1. It's like don't you like oopsie? I think Midway used to make them or whatever in the house. What's it called that shit? SmackDown and that. Yeah, I used to like that. I don't like wrestling though, but I used to like the older ones. Yeah, Doink the Clown. What's the name of that goddamn wrestling? I used to love that shit. Wrestling. I don't know what the hell.
WrestleMania.
I don't know.
Or
wrestle in the house. Wrestling on PS1. Hold on. I'll let you know right now. What's the top? Okay, it's top. It was what the hell is it? What's are you a wrestling fan? Or you like wrestling?
I'm not too big into wrestling myself, so I can't help you.
Oh yeah, it was WWF SmackDown. Goddamn. SmackDown. Fire Pro Wrestling. That's like what you call it, like the Japanese wrestling games they used to have too. Like I don't even know the name of I think it was called Pro Wrestling. But I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I like the one they made the combos like Mortal Kombat. We run in shit, whatever one that was. I think let me see. I'm trying to look. They had Simpsons wrestling. What's the name of this goddamn wrestling?
Simpsons wrestling was trash back then.
Yeah, I think wrestling's trash. Now it's like, you know what? It's just the goddamn cutscenes, the talking. Like, I mean, that shit should be more fluid. That shit trash. But anywho, I got it right here. This one right here. WrestleMania the arcade game. That's it. WrestleMania the arcade game. That was the favorite one. There you go. WrestleMania the arcade. That's love that one on the PS1.
All right. That's I won't lie. I haven't heard of that one, but I'll have to look that up after the show. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess now I have to ask you, like, so what are your current favorite games then for this generation? Since I know I'm only throwing this curveball at you because I know you say you like the newer consoles. So
I'm gonna be honest, bro. As far as gaming, I haven't really been that old shit wow moment yet. You know what I mean? But I just play the same shit more or less online. You'll be looking for that old shit wow moment when it comes to online gaming. Same day, I just play Battlefield or I play Gears or I play Madden. You know what I mean? If you're just talking about online or my favorite game this generation, if you're asking what's my favorite game this generation, thus far, I would say, but bro, I'm not gonna lie. Last generation, the best game I played was Last of Us 2. That shit blew my mind, right? Last generation, Last of Us 2. I didn't care for the first one because I didn't like the controls. I'm not gonna lie. One of these buildings, the controls on Last of Us 1 was dog shit. But Last of Us 2 was my favorite game that I played last year. That and the God of Wars, you know what I mean? The God of War. This generation, so we had a lot of, like, I guess some of the big titles would be, they were cross-gen titles. I haven't got my favorite game yet, you know, because the generation's still going on. I'm looking forward to though. Maybe Fable or Gears. You know the most. I mean, or Wolverine.
You big into Gears? I take it, or
I love Gears. Yeah, Gears my shit. Yeah,
all
Gears
right.
my shit.
For the multiplayer, I take it.
Yeah, I played the
All
multiplayer.
right, all
I haven't played Gears for the story in forever. I just online.
right. Yeah, I heard kind of mixed receptions about the story recently, but I don't play Gears, so I can't say anything too much
Yeah,
about it.
I play it online.
So,
Online.
so you did mention that you did play like Fable back on the original Xbox, so I take it you're pretty excited. I take it you're pretty excited for this next one.
Yeah, I hope it's done well. I'm not gonna lie. Microsoft kind of choose, like they kind of with their quality control, even the way I'm not even a Halo guy, but even the way they handle Halo, I just hope that its Fable can be the Fable that, that I want to, if you don't like Fable was very edgy, even though it's, don't caught up in the art style, but you know what I mean. I hope we don't water it down. I hope it's still Fable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I do have to ask this. Are you like one of those people that worry about like that EI stuff like on Twitter?
EI. Like what do you mean? EI? What's else EI?
DEI. Like that people that throw like stuff around like just because a character is black or something in a game that makes it like,
it has an
agenda.
Okay, so you're talking about too woke or something like that? Some woke type
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't get caught up in that shit though. They keep like I gave an example. So the Last of Us, they had a big thing about the wokeness or who was gay. I thought the person they was talking about being gay inside Last of Us was the girl Abby, the stocky girl. I didn't know that the little Chinese boy or girl, whatever. I didn't get caught up in that shit, bro. You know what I mean? My thing is when it comes to that though is I guess everybody, if he wants to be represented in the individual game, I just never looked at it about someone's sexual preference or
the only reason I'm asking about that is because I know some people are kind of complaining that like the character that they're showing off in the Fable trailers looks ugly, and I think that's like woke, quote unquote.
Because she ugly? Okay. Now, maybe if they're saying that the main character was a trans, I don't know, bro. I'm not looking for a female character who can be turned on. It ain't that serious to me, bro. I got bitches in real life. It ain't that serious, bro. Like, I mean.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. I guess to wrap up like the gaming stuff, I kind of just want to get your thoughts overall, like how you feel about like gaming currently, like because I know you said you like haven't found like that WoW game, and I know some people online.
I mean, well, here's the thing. I think my opinion about that. I'm a little concerned for gaming. Why? Because without competition, Nintendo does their own thing on the side with far as the handheld, and it's supposed to be like Xbox is supposed to be a direct competitor of PlayStation. You know what I mean? And I don't like I don't like things like just so one sided. Even if you're just a PlayStation gamer. You want Xbox to do well, so it makes Sony get on their ass to compete and go out there and lobby for your dollars. Price cuts and everything. And like I said, with Microsoft now becoming the largest third-party publisher, I'm a little alarmed. I'm a little scared, bro. People say that Microsoft is a big evil greedy. I never seen it like that before. But these motherfuckers is horrible when it comes to gaming. Like they're I guess how the key is that they try to run the Xbox department like it's the Windows department. And while devaluing your platform, like what's the sense of getting this one console war shit? But both the Xbox and PlayStation share about 90% of the same library. It's the exclusives that gives this identity, right?
Yeah.
And you're putting your first party content, which is and again, why how you say Xbox sales are down, or how you say play Game Pass subscribers are down. Their games just haven't been that good. To be honest, like those games are dog shit.
Technically, game sales are down across the board for a lot of companies these days.
Oh, I'm not negating that, but the big ones, good games don't sell. Good games are good games. They haven't had any good games. Like that's just the fact of the matter. Like what I mean, like Halo, Gears of Forza. Those games have.
That's why I kind of wanted to ask you about your thoughts about like the state of gaming right now, because a lot of people aren't happy with like how games are being released, broken or just like not like that pleasing, Well, it feels like, and plus it feels like this generation especially like it hasn't delivered like on the like blowing your mind like how like previous generations have. So
two things. What you have is what you had a lot of cross-gen development, right?
Yeah.
Normally, when a new generation comes out, that's for the older generation, but that's not the case. I'm a little scared. Cause look, if the PS5 Pro, if that's 700, how much do you think the PS6 is going to be?
No,
So
I kind of expect these newer consoles to be like probably around like 800. If
watch.
if they're
Watch it. So the install base is going to be smaller at launch, right? $800 for console, everybody got to save money, right? So then, if the PS6 and how you say install base is not as big or is not as growing as fast as the PS5, you're going to see a lot of cross-gen development with PS5 and PS6 titles.
well,
I don't think, and
that's the thing
I don't,
too.
I don't think,
A lot
I
of
don't
people
think
have stuck.
Microsoft's going to be there. I don't think they're going to be there next generation.
Well,
No, I
they're
don't think they're
well, going off of like what recent rumors are talking about in the FTC leaks, of course, they're going for like an all digital console, right? Kind of like kind of like a streamer box.
I don't know. I mean, that's we're not nowhere near that streaming shit now. The connections are not like you know, I mean, suitable around the world, but just they're bro, they're just they haven't put on any good games. Even your biggest competitor, at least in the mid-gen refresh, and you're not. Like you know, even right now, Call of Duty runs better on the PlayStation Slim than your own box. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Okay. Shout out to people in the chat. Nico G Hero. Shout out to you. Shout out to Devil Shooter. Shout out to Tommy. And also Tommy, if you want console warning, just go to Twitter. That's where you can get the most salt.
Oh man. So you want some salt? Shout everybody in the chat. Tommy, what up, bro?
Yeah. But thank you guys for stopping by and appreciate all the viewers stopping by and just listening.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. I guess with that, now I can get into a bit of your content creation. All right. So take me to like how you got to like starting your YouTube channel first of all. Like what got you into like starting YouTube?
Starting YouTube, true story. I was in house arrest. I was in trouble with the law, and I just got an iPhone, and I used to do when I was on YouTube. I would look at just a bunch of UFO videos and Bigfoot videos and documentaries. I found a gaming. I didn't even have gaming content on YouTube, and I think the first video I ever seen was Shokyo videos. But it was the Xbox 7. It was called the Xbox 720 and what it's going to be. And I started looking and started following a little bit. I said, you know what, I'm gonna try to do this. You know, just tried it. You know what I mean? You know, and I said, you know what, I always wanted to be different than what everybody else was doing. You know, maybe I had one style. I didn't know about any gaming podcasts or anything. So I said, I'm gonna get about 4. You know, so I started on building my own with friends or whatever. I'm gonna get like 4 or 5 different gamers from all different walks of life. All we got in common is gaming. You know what I mean? Is have like barbershop talk. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean? No, because you said back then was BGST or the gaming small talk or whatever. And just being different than what everybody else has to offer. What you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, going back to back then, yeah, like how you mentioned BGST, like there weren't too many people doing podcasts on YouTube back in the day. Podcasting wasn't really as big as it is now, especially. I mean,
there were none.
And the only time you ever heard like people talking like on like live on air would be like on the radio. So
yeah, they had the gamer tag radio thing or whatever.
Yeah. So what you were doing was pretty kind of ahead of its time, to be fair, on YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
pretty much.
Yeah. All right, I think I got it. I don't know if that's spam or whatever, but hold on. All right. There we go. Yeah, it's spamming. All right. Sorry about that, but yeah. So, going into BGST, how did you start that podcast off? Like, did you know the members before, or did you just like?
No, I just I seen crap after the video about the Xbox One. I left him a comment. I think he probably knew who it was. I was like, yo, listen, I'm trying to just come rock out. And then the pieces kind of whatever I met, because I always I rock out with my subscribers. Everybody I have on this show came up my chat or whatever. I'm like, hey, we can rock out. I just come up and talk gaming, And we used to do them on Skype. We did before the Google Hangout. I would record the things on the Skype call on my Mac and upload it. What's the name of live? It was a pre-recorded show. You know what I mean? It was a pre-recorded show, and yeah, it just evolved, and then. So, we'll start doing call-ins. They've been way doing it. We do call-ins, and I always like to make the chat a part of the show. You know what I mean? They're a big part of your audience. You know what I mean? They are just as much part of the show than you are. But just you know what I mean? And then they were fans of Xbox, and then it just wouldn't it grew to what it was. I mean, at the height of its popularity, I didn't realize how I mean, I kind of figured I knew, but not really. I wish probably guys would took better care of the brand, but that's neither here nor there. But no, just again, just want to make it different from what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, and definitely talking about gaming was pretty already niche too. So you managed to carve out like your own like little viewer interest too.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Were you enjoying doing podcasting back then? Like when you were first starting off?
Yeah. I just enjoy popping shit. Just bugging live. You know what I mean? I'll go live and bug out and have fun. That's just it's always been like like that. Don't get me wrong. If anybody are content creating, this is what you do, full time or whatever the case may be. Don't get me wrong. It's work. It's a level, like I said, professionalism. But I just just not take myself too serious. Never want to take myself too serious, or whatever. It's just we just talking about video games. We're not talking about world hunger, world peace, video games. You know what I mean? Like some of them, when they got to stick up their ass and shirt all tucked in, like nah. Then that seems like work. I like to sit down, bug out, have fun with the chat. You know what I mean? And just be, not saying that you can't have an intelligent conversation with a whole bunch of profanity things. I just like to bug out and have fun. And,
Yeah. Going back to like from what I can remember from like your earlier shows, it definitely seemed like you were definitely like having fun. Like then, especially with how exaggerated you were on your shows, you definitely got a few laughs out of me.
Yeah. The cap meter still with 15,002. Like capping.
So, did you when you were growing your channel? Because like you definitely got a lot of subscribers from back early on, right? So.
My channel, I don't know what my subscribers is. I already got my shit like shadow banned, like it doesn't move. I don't know what is it, 14, whatever. It's been there for years.
Oh, for me it shows like 17,000, something around there.
I don't have that many. Yeah, I don't know. It don't move. Whatever the fuck it is, it don't move. It'll be the same. It'll be the same next year, whatever. Like it's just, I don't know. It's just, I found out later that they, I was just started a new channel and just. And because my channel was not, when you look at your analytics, you get the biggest demographic you get between 13 and 17 that watch the most YouTube, and my channel was not recommended to at all. It's word of mouth. You never see it. It's because of the paper strikes. Me going argue with people online and talking about cyberbullying, that weird shit. It just for me, I just say this. I ain't about to stay here, but I still want to make a new channel and just. Even though I just do late news or something, just do the podcast and let the podcast be podcasts over there. But yeah, and just every day we're just making this bugging and having fun, and rocking out with my subscribers. Those that rock out with me, you know what I mean.
Before the next part of this question, I just wanted to say real quick. Devil Shooter in the chat is asking, he added you or mentioned you, like asking if Big Money is doing great or how he's doing, but.
Oh, Big Money! Big Money! I was supposed to Big Money yesterday. He ain't Joe nothing. He got a new phone. He was on the phone last night. Yeah.
I take it Big Money is a friend of yours or a guest probably on your channel.
Yeah. He been on the show. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So the next part of the question about what I asked earlier was if like you were doing YouTube for the intention of like making money, because I know a lot of I know making money probably back then wasn't like as big of a thing as it is now, but like a lot of people do start YouTube now with the intention of making money. So like when you were growing your podcast, did you ever plan to make money?
I didn't know. I didn't really monetize my channel until I got shot again, right? So I said, I'll take it a little more serious. I was basically couldn't walk. I was had to walk and shit. So that's when, like I said, it started taking. I was in the house. I couldn't go anywhere. A little bit more serious, but I never about for money. Don't get me wrong. It is. I would say it is a business. You know what I mean? But I never did it for. Of course, everybody wanted billions and billions of views. I think my channel should be the biggest in the world. I don't think nobody better than me, right? But I think everybody should feel like that way about their art or about their craft. But I just never about the views. I just did it. You know what I mean? The more I would say, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And somewhere under your fun, your niche or whatever. You know what I mean? At the beginning, but it's some motherfuckers hit. Some people, hit the ground. Take the rolling straight out the gate. You know what I mean? They ain't my story. I can tell you about that. Going viral or something. Just grind, just have fun, and the more like I said, the more you, because if you're having fun, it's not like work. It's work, and editing videos and clips and making fun and shit. But I like bug the fuck out and have a good time. But like I said, as they started to grow, or just that's what I'm very thankful. I'm looking up channel that the support. You know what I mean? That's what trust me. I give away more than I ever made though. But yeah, you know what I mean. In the perfect world, I should be getting $10 million, man. Yeah, you're going to get that $10 million a year.
Honestly, from watching from back when I watched your channel and like when I was watching you do your live streams, you definitely could have pulled it off, because like you were pulling major guests that are bigger than you now, of course, but like back then, like you were pulling like pretty big people.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna tell you the secret, right? And wise, I've always, since I started doing YouTube, and it's not a dig anybody or stab anybody, I've always rubbed, I guess, shoulders or collars with the upper echelon of YouTubers. I don't look at them as, this is what happens. I don't look at them as celebrities or, this one, or even down to Phil Spencer's guy. I don't, like, this motherfucker with a camera, right? What happens is, though, motherfuckers start to get egos, and he say egos and dog shit mice. You know what I mean? And how you say? They start to believe their own shit. You know what I
mean? They kind of let their clout get to their head and think they're all big, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been a flying nigga all my life. I've been flying the streets. Like, I've always said, bitches, money out. You know what I mean? Whatever. So that's anybody deal big them. So people get a little attention, and like you said, it goes to. Like this, you can be, and again, it's not a stab at nobody. You can be nobody in life. You could have been a nerd, whatever in school, right? On the internet, you can be whoever you want to be, right? And then again, and so sometimes it don't even be about the money, because and not nobody business out there. The clout never withdraw. I mean, and it is what it is. Do people ever ask me the better question? People come around, steal my sauce, yes, and get them, but I don't be tripping though. The motherfuckers just who they are. I don't take it personally. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but
so I do want to ask, like, what happened to like BGST though, like towards like the end, because like I know like you don't like do the show with like any of the same members anymore, but like you just kind of do your own thing with like newer stuff.
Well, not just think. What happened was like BGST used to get a lot of fucking heat, or whether good news or press or whatever the fuck. It was always something, right? Motherfuckers started to believe two things, right? Let me tell you this, right? Sometimes the smartest motherfucker in the room is the motherfucker you think is the dumbest, right? I mean, real shit. And in their mind or whatever, folks. And I'm not. If it don't, like I said, big love for it. I mean, don't quit, right? That I'm bad for their brand or holding them back, or I mean, I don't know what the fuck that'd be about. I mean, meanwhile, I wouldn't have the brand. I'm not taking credit. You wouldn't have the brand that you have. It went for me. You know what I mean, whether my time, resources, or whatever, money. But yeah, that's what happens, though, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
yeah, but I guess that kind of happen over time when people like grow on their own. They kind of just want to disassociate and just do their own thing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, of course. That's just you can't really stop it.
Oh, I'll just continue to do me. Be me. So, but if somebody want to cool kick it and still do, cool. Don't bother me. That's whether you got 2 subscribers or 2 billion subscribers. It's good.
Yeah, that's why I don't let it stop me. Even if I'm a small channel, I always like to hit up people that are bigger than me. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That low spot, I didn't know how big your channel. I remember you just giving my check. Like, you know what I mean? Just remind me. I don't give a fuck. I fuck with anybody. You know what I mean?
I can respect that, because there's definitely like people who I try to hit up that like just keep their DMs closed because they don't want to talk to like smaller people, so they just keep their circles closed for whatever reason. But
it's like a gatekeeper. The truth is, like, bro, like, and this is what happens. Like I always say, I got a saying called egos and dog shit mics. What happens is a lot of the time, and I'm not taking it. think that they're bigger than their chat or their audience. They get to play their own shit, right? It's your audience, so this who gives you a voice within this community. You know what I mean? And that's why I have I really fuck with those that fuck with me. You know what I mean? And even the time with me having a little small dog shit channel, whatever, Jen was making a lot more money than the bigger channels, right? So, but but it's not just about the money. But I really, like I said, again, like before, I don't know. I heard Risk Review Tech is going through some shit now. Whatever. I don't keep up.
Oh
with
no,
shit,
he deleted his channel. He's gone from YouTube now.
Whatever's going on, you know what I mean. But or even like Boogie, I used to, I used to fuck with everybody. Like, at the end of the day, I never. Not for the cloud. If I'm gonna fuck with them, I'm gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's always like, hey, we gonna rock up, we gonna do this right, and then the goal is hopefully I want everybody to be successful, right? But you're hoping to bring me along with you. I mean, if that's the case, you don't school too, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Right. Well, I guess with that question, I want to go into like what you're kind of doing nowadays. So, I know that you do you still kind of do like gaming news coverage on your YouTube channel, but but I also noticed that you have a Kick that you just play video games on. So what are you just?
Okay, well, the Kick and Twitch. I forgot my sister was going live and fucking Kick too, but fucking I'm dropping my headset. Normally same shit. I do a show, podcast on YouTube, and then normally, on Twitch, I call it Twitch. We're not gonna, be a little bit more explicit or whatever. We just play the games and talk shit. Not really. We talk about everything. Just a barbershop, type feel. We talk about any and anything. We talk about UFOs. They talk about any goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
You're just kind of continuing just that fun trend of just doing whatever you want to do. Then.
Yeah. Just having fun. Yeah, you know what I mean. We can be playing whatever game or just popping shit.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, just continue having fun doing this YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
That's always the best you can do, especially when you just don't really when you're in that mindset of not really doing this for a business too. But do you still plan on doing this for however long, or do you have a limit?
As long as I have fun doing it, you know what I mean. As long as I continue to have fun, doing it, then I'll continue to do it. You know what I mean.
All right.
When it doesn't become same, when it's not fun, then it's what anything.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. But all right, so I always like to throw this little curveball question at my guests. So, do you have any favorite moments that you've had doing a podcast, doing your podcast stuff, or just making videos? Do you have any memorable moments that you can talk about?
Shit, I have a bunch of funny shit. It's been a bunch of funny shit. K Mega versus D versus Port, right? It's been a lot of funny shit. I don't know. Do I have one in particular? Man, shit, I don't know. Post up a crap game of debate. Yeah, baby, that's probably one of the funniest.
What was that? What went on in that debate specifically that made it funny to you?
Post showed up high, drunk, whatever the hell he was on, got washed, crap beat the dog shit out of him after he picked the fight.
Oh damn! And this was live?
Yeah, it was live. Yeah.
Damn, I would have hated to see that. Yeah.
You're fine. You put in crap game versus post up. You see it pop up.
Oh really? So you stop it up? Okay. Might have to look up after the show then. All right. The next little curveball question. I probably should have asked this earlier when we talked about the gaming stuff, but I want to know if you have any favorite gaming related moments. One thing I always get from my guests is whenever they're playing video games with their friends. So do you have any other favorite moments gaming with that you can remember?
Bro, I'm like Johnny come lately. Whatever you done for me is okay. One of my most defining moments when I won that Mortal Kombat tournament. I mean, they had that Mortal Kombat tournament on the Xbox, and the guy named Charlie Bam. He's a semi try hard play nigga, sweaty in Mortal Kombat. Now, and I couldn't beat him. I'm not gonna lie, he always just beat my ass, but he wasn't into him, and somehow they stuck him into the final round. semi or whatever, and I came was best out of 10. I was down 5-1, and I came back and won his ass shit straight. I mean, that was one of my greatest a gaming achievements, happiest. I mean,
that definitely seems like a big achievement, winning a tournament. Definitely not easy.
Yeah,
especially against the fighters too. That's tough, especially nowadays.
Yeah. I beat everybody else's ass. It was a bunch of cats. It was a bunch of podcasts. K-Megan and them. I beat what was I ran through the ass. I just a shoe, and I think it was for like $100 or some shit like that, or whatever it was for. And somehow they somebody, because I talked to more shit. Somehow he wasn't even there. At the day of the draft. Somehow he done made it to the league. Like, what the hell? That was protest. Like, where the hell you come from? You want to hear such. You know what I mean? But I still won. You know what I mean?
Did you get a prize from that, or was it just
I think it was like $100 or something? It wasn't about the money. It was about talking shit because I was down 5. Bro beat me 5. I mean, I was down. It was best out of 10, and I lost another match. It was over. You know what I mean? I was going back home. I ran up 5 straight. Dog walked his ass.
Damn. Okay, that's pretty clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations on that win for whenever that was. But like, damn, pretty impressive. And I can't imagine doing that for Street Fighter's tournament myself. I'm more of a casual fighter fan, so I just play them casually, But when I play online against someone else, yeah.
Okay, we gotta run Street Fighter 5 sometime.
Definitely. Yeah, just hit me up whenever. Yeah, I playing online though nowadays. I'm just kind of just like whatever, because like whenever I'm up against the sweat, like if they're losing because I'm kicking their ass, they'll just quit mid game, and I'm just like, man, at least stay for the ass whooping. Don't be a pussy.
So what? Who do you play with?
I don't play with anyone. I just play against the randos online.
What player? What do you use?
Well, this was really back in Street Fighter 5. So I was playing as Blanca, and he was using I think he was either using Bison or I forgot what's the name, the Russian one.
Street Fighter 6?
I don't have Street Fighter 6 yet. I'm planning on getting that when it goes on sale on Steam.
It's on sale like $20. Yeah, it was like $20.
Oh, is it? Oh, damn. Okay, I might snag that then. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, it was back in Street Fighter 5, and I was using Blanca, and he was like using that. He was either using Bison or that Russian one that does that spin trick. So I kept getting him in a corner, and once he finally got out, and he was, because I already had knocked him out the first round. So after that, he quit.
Oh damn! Yeah, him in the ropes, huh?
Yeah. It's fuck. Yeah, but playing online against randos is just painful because like they don't stay for the ass whooping because they don't want it on their they don't want it on their ratio, whatever.
Oh man. So yeah, they're putting belt to ass. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna get you in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, I mean, right now I haven't been playing it as much, to be honest. I do tend to go back to Street Fighter 4 more because I love the momentum in that. To be honest, because I feel it's a lot more quicker than the current modern Street Fighter games. But that's just me.
That was on the 360 PS3. Was server still up?
Huh?
Was server still open?
Yeah, surprisingly they are. But yeah, so if you're ever on, well, I have Street Fighters 4 for the PS3. So if you have a PS3 and have that, hit me up.
I ain't got no PS3, but no, I had it on digitally, but I think on the Xbox or the Series consoles. But it's not crossplay. I dance on the PS3 though. But I got Street Fighter 6 on that, and they got Street Fighter 5.
Okay, I gotta ask you then. How do you like Street Fighter 6 compared to like other Street Fighter games?
It's cool.
All right,
it's cool. Yeah, I don't like the new Mortal Kombat, but Street Fighter's cool.
You're not the first one to tell me that they don't like the new Mortal Kombat. Because I talked to K-Megan myself, and he's played it. He's not that into it, from what he's told me.
Yeah, I don't like it. It plays like Injustice, and I don't really care for it.
All right. Yeah, I haven't yet tried it. I played the last one though. I like the last one, but I keep hearing a lot of like, especially Mortal Kombat fans aren't too happy about this current one.
Yeah, don't care for it.
All right. So I guess to wrap up the show, I'll just ask you the question that I always like to get my guests to answer, because this is just kind of like a little I don't want you guys to give tips to whoever's watching if they want to start their own channel. So like, if someone wants to start their channel, what advice would you have to give them?
Just keep your first video is gonna be dog shit. Just stay at it. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Don't worry about the views or what you know. Sometimes people get a little, I think I'm not gonna lie. I think some of the dopest content creators, you know what I mean, and they don't get the, whatever support. Like I know some motherfuckers can really play the game. Like, you know what I mean, like my man Rich. He's big in the Call of Duty and stuff. I think he's dope. They should have more, you know what I mean, but it's I just say just don't stop, just stay at it, just keep grinding, you know what I mean? Keep grinding, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely understood. I was laughing a little bit when you mentioned how like the first video made me dog shit. My first video was recorded off of a phone. So yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. There definitely early days of starting a YouTube channel are rough.
Yeah, they said honestly. I mean, not for nothing. They said to have to be a successful content creator, it's easier to make it to the NBA. You know what I mean, something like that, because you have a billion. Everybody has to sell. Everybody's live. You have a billion motherfuckers creating content. Like I said, I always try to make my shit different. That's why before I started every show, I started everybody out. Because you ain't got to be there. The billion motherfuckers doing content creator, you here. I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never, that. You know what I mean? That's important to me.
Well, I definitely respect the humbleness that you have for people who watch you, and definitely respect how you treat YouTube and just doing it for fun. That's definitely how I do it myself too. Well, for now, and if I could grow it to a point where I can make money, of course, then I'll rely on this for money. But till then, I'm just doing this for fun.
Cool.
But with that,
what's up, bro?
But with that, again, big pleasure having you on, nxtgen, and you've definitely been a fun person to talk to and get to know.
You got a good brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. So with that, I guess I'll let you do your outro. Let everyone know where they can find you.
On my channel, nxtgen720, nxtgen720. Come rock out with me right now. I'm on Twitch as we speak. Come rock out. We're on Twitch right now. Yeah, I'll leave the link. So everybody that rocked out live, I appreciate my man, Cali Rex. Yeah. There we go, man. But I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, bro. Thank
you. And I'll make sure to put your links in the chat. Some of them are broken because I had to redo everything. Yeah. But yeah. Once this uploads, yeah. And better housekeeping, everybody. So this show is officially on Spotify. So if you guys want to watch the older episodes, they will be uploading individually on Spotify. So yeah, and you guys can find the rest of my shows on Spotify too. And I'll be rotating every other Sunday. So this won't be every Sunday like it was, but until the end of the year, I will be posting at least 4 more episodes. And until then, yeah. So stay tuned for the next episode, guys. And you guys enjoy your weekend. Peace.